In this video, we will show you how to set up and use your V6 series of QYSEA for the first time. We will use V6 Expert to give you a demonstration. Unbox. Open the packing box and take out the products and accessories in turn. App download. You can scan the QR code to download the FIFISH app. Charging. When using the FIFISH V6 series for the first time, it is recommended to fully charge the submersible and remote control to ensure enough battery power for the following operations. Use the submersible power charger to charge the submersible. Please position it accurately and then connect it, otherwise it may damage the pins. When the charging LED is red, it means charging. The charger LED is green, which means the charging is complete. Plug the remote control charger into the charging port at the rear of the remote control. At this time, the power LED of the remote control blinks. When the power LED is blinking in red, it means the power of the remote control is lower than 30%. When the power LED is blinking in yellow, it means the power is at 30% to 70%. When the power LED is flashing in white, it means the power is at 70% to 100%. When the power LED is always on white, it means that the remote control is fully charged. Connection. Put the safety knot on the rear wing of the submersible and lock it. Ensure there is no gap between the two rings. Then connect the ROV plug to the ROV tether port. Please note that the accurate positioning is here before connecting, otherwise the pins may be damaged. Tighten the bolts after connection. When the bolts are squeezed to the O-ring, it means that they have been tightened. Wrap the 3.5mm head around the bottom bracket of the remote control and tie a knot. Then insert it into the remote control. Power on and off. Please make sure that the LED light button at the remote control is kept in the off before the power on. Press and hold the on and off button for 5 seconds to turn on the remote control and the submersible. And the power LED of the remote control will turn on clockwise. When the power LED and lock/unlock button indicates connection successfully. When you need to turn off the remote control and the submersible, press and hold the power button for 5 seconds again. Connecting smart devices. Check the SSID on the back of the remote control, which is the Wi-Fi connection name. Open the Wi-Fi setting interface of the smart device. Find the SSID and connect it. The factory default password is 1234567890. After connecting the Wi-Fi, open the FIFISH app, and the connected model will be displayed at the interface, and the connection status at the lower left corner of the app shows connected. Android system users can click Connect when prompted with a dialog. Don't turn on the motor lock button when the submersible is in the air. Press the unlock button on the back of the mobile device bracket to make the clamp pop up. And then put the mobile device on the bracket. Push the clamp to fix the mobile device. Firmware update. If the smart device detects an inconsistency with the firmware version of the ROV, the app will prompt to update the firmware. Tap to upgrade. Click Firmware Upgrade and the app will start to check the new firmware version. After the check is finished, click Confirm to start upgrading. Please do not turn off the remote control and submersible. After the update is completed, click Sure and return to the app home page. Calibration demo. As the different actual conditions in different places, in order to ensure accuracy of the sensor inside the submersible, FIFISH officially suggests that the sensor calibration of the submersible should be carried out before each dive. In the app interface, click the Settings icon, enter the calibration menu, and click the Gyro Acceleration Calibration. Go with App Prompt. Firstly, place the submersible horizontally, then click the Start button. Secondly, place the submersible vertically, then click the Next button. After being prompted to complete the calibration, click the Finish button to complete the Gyro Acceleration Calibration. Then click Mag Calibration. Click Start button. Firstly, rotate the submersible horizontally and clockwise for 2 rounds according to the app prompt. Then click Next. Secondly, rotate the submersible vertically and counterclockwise for 2 rounds. And then click the Finish button to complete the calibration. Pre-dive preparation. Please operate in an open area with barrier-free and high visibility. Before diving, check whether the tethers interface are dry and whether the SD card slot, Q interface, and tether port of the submersible covers correctly and securely sealed. FIFISH V6 does not include Q interface and SD card slots. Hold the rear wing for deployment. Please put the submersible in the water with depths of more than 0.5 meters. After placing the submersible in the water, press the Lock/Unlock button to unlock the thrusters. Press the depth hold button to turn on the depth holding, and the fuselage will remain at the fixed depth when moving. First dive. Take the American UAV mode as an example. When the submersible is in mode A, the left wheel controls the submersible to pitch down and up. Rotate the wheel upward to control the submersible to raise its head. Rotate the wheel downward to control the submersible to lower its head. Push the left stick up to control the submersible to float up. Push down, control the submersible to dive. Push left, control the submersible to turn left horizontally. Push right, and control the submersible to turn right horizontally. Push the right stick up to control the submersible to move forward. Push down, controls the submersible to move backward. Push left, controls the submersible to translate left. Push right, and control to translate right. When the submersible is in the mode S, rotate the right wheel inward to control the submersible to roll counterclockwise. Rotate the wheel outward to control the submersible to roll clockwise. The LED button in front of the remote control has 3 gears. When it is off, the LED lights are off. When it is in the first gear, the LED lights are in the medium brightness. When it is in the second gear, the LED lights are at the maximum brightness. In the operation interface, you can see information such as the current dive depth and water temperature. In the lower right corner, you can see the current posture of the submersible and the relative position between the submersible and the operator. In A mode, double-click a 3D model to initialize the posture. Control mode. Attitude mode is designed for beginners. The ROV will not roll in attitude mode. The ROV will stay in the same depth moving when depth holding is on. Even with pitched angle, the depth will be the same. Sport mode is designed for skillful pilots. Sport mode will enable the rolling freedom, so you will access all 6 degrees of freedom of the FIFISH V6. Mode C is VR somatosensory mode. Firstly, turn on the VR somatosensory control in the app interface toolbox, and then fix the device in the VR goggle. Note that the white line above the screen needs to be aligned with the groove above the bracket. Secondly, wear the goggle and then adjust the remote control to mode C. In this mode, the submersible will turn with your head and change its orientation accordingly. There are 2 adjusting sliders on the top VR goggle. Move the slider forward and backwards to control the distances between the lenses. Move the slider left and right until the images are properly alive. Photo and video. In the photo mode, press the photo button of the remote control to take photos. Press the recording button to switch the recording mode. In the recording mode, press the recording button of the remote control to start and stop recording. Press the photo button to switch the photo mode. You can also click the image and video button in the app. You can switch the shooting mode by clicking the switch button. Click the camera parameter to enter the camera settings to change the camera parameters. Retrieve. When used for the first time, it is recommended to not control the submersible to dive too far. When you need to retrieve the submersible, please operate the submersible to float to the surface. After confirming the position of the submersible, operate the submersible to return. In the process, it is recommended to retrieve the tether at the same time to avoid entanglement. Data copy. Enter the home page of the FIFISH app, click Media, then press Device. You can view the photos and video and click to review. Press for seconds to select the materials you want to download. Click Start, and then choose them to your smart device or remote control. Please make sure that your remote control has an SD card inserted if you want to copy them to the remote control. After complete downloading, the interface will be automatically folded up. Some models supported by external SD cards can take out the SD card for data copying by unscrewing the SD card protective cover at the bottom of the submersible. Maintenance. For extending the service life of the submersible, FIFISH officially recommends that the motor should be maintained after each dive, especially after use in seawater. Prepare a basin or bucket and fill it with fresh water. Connect the submersible, and when it is turned on, please press the depth hold button on the remote control. There is no need to unlock the motor during the maintenance. Please ensure that the motor locking button is in the lock state. Completely immerse the submersible in fresh water. Please ensure that each motor is immersed in fresh water. In the home page of the FIFISH app, click Help and select Maintain. After entering the motor maintenance interface, click Start. At this time, the thrusters of the submersible start to run slowly for automatic cleaning. The submersible can be pressed with heavy objects to ensure the thrusters immerse in the water. The automatic maintenance will last for about 10 minutes. If you need to finish manually, click the Stop button. When the motor stops running, the maintenance is completed. The above is the first use instruction of the FIFISH V6 series. Thank you for watching.